Yo, what's good, guys? You know, it's me, the one behind the scenes, the other member of E.N.D. bars. Alright, let me chill. So, in this video, I am here to explain to you on why Tanjiro is a fraud. Yes, you heard it. The main character of Demon Slayer, a fraud. Now, this might sound, a bit ridiculous to say, but I have evidence. Oh yeah, I have evidence. I'm going to debunk three claims. Well, no, not claims, but like three debates. One, 13-4 Tanjiro could beat Agaza. Tanjiro could solo Kokushibo. You won't believe how many people said that. And also, Tanjiro didn't carry in the Agaza fight. Now to the first one. 13-4 Tanjiro cannot solo Akaza. I don't care what y'all say. Yes, he has win cons, but my go Akaza, Hakujin, he's not losing. Now, let me, describe both fighters. Tanjiro, self-estate merchant, and Sunbeaver merchant. Right? And the reason why people think that 13-4 Tanjiro could beat Alza is because he was fighting a 9,000-year-old age Muzan. Even though Muzan's only been a year, even though Muzan's only been a demon for 1,000 years, and he aged by 9,000 years. It got to the point where Muzan couldn't even hit a fatigue, coughing up blood on the ground Tanjiro. That's how fatigued he was. And people want to use 13-4 Tanjiro, even though he wasn't even do lasting damage to Muzan, right? Literally, like the first few forms, he couldn't even hit. He was either getting blocked or completely dodged. I didn't read the manga, but I watched the TikTok. All right, so you guys gotta trust me here. And literally, and after he does the 13-4, and that didn't do jack shit to Muzan really, and Muzan can still react to it. By the way, after being aged 9,000 years, this nigga's age is in the negatives. And as soon as Tanjiro slips up, literally he slips, Obanai comes to save him. Isn't that just convenient? Obanai just happens to save him when he was about to die. Well, enough about Tanjiro. He basically didn't do nothing and fought a 9,000 years aged Muzan. Now let's get to my go Akaza. Right. Now Akaza, right? This nigga's the GOAT. By the way, he's the GOAT. The second best demon. Koshibo's still tough. But besides the point, Akaza fought. Well, even though it's a 2v1, it was really a 1v1. But every time Tanjiro did intervene, it didn't mean nothing. It was useless. Tanjiro should have just killed himself, and nothing would have changed in that fight. But anywho, Tanjiro wasn't even a factor in the fight until the literal... My bad, the recording stopped for some odd reason. But we're back into it, know what I mean? But, like I was saying before, Tanjiro was not a factor. Giyu was carrying most of the time. Akaza was, even when Tanjiro was there, he literally, I guess, got knocked back to the side like that little bro he is. Or he... Actually, that was it. That was really it, to be honest. Right? And literally, And like, yes, they needed each other, of course, cause they not neither one of them are soloing Akaza on their own. But oh wait, hold on, fuck. But when fuck. Alright, chill. Alright, so Akaza was holding him back that whole time, basically, right? Literally, when Gyu got his mark, Tanjiro in the movie said that while when Gyu got faster, Akaza immediately adapted. That means Akaza was willingly he was willingly. Wait, hold on. He wasn't trying. He only started to try more when Gyu got stronger. So that means he limits himself to his opponent's power, basically, until I don't know, he just decided to stop trolling. Because like literally, there was no reason for him to be. There was no reason for him to adapt to a marked Gyu speed if he wasn't holding back. If he wasn't holding back, then obviously he would be above it. And this just proves how he was holding back, because that showed that he could immediately just go to the same level as Gyu when he was marked. He chose to do that. Like even though he could have just been at that point at that level, like as soon as the fight started and just killed Gyu and Tanjiro, he chose not to. Right? And Tanjiro, bro. I don't know why people say that Tanjiro carried the fight, even though he just came in last minute on some plot armor and shit. But like literally, Gyu was putting in work the whole time. It was Gyu. Literally until the end where he was about to die. That's when Tanjiro came in and saved him. But literally before that, Gyu was killing. Tanjiro just simply could not hang. He needed selfless state. He needed it. Well, any Hashira does. But especially him. Like literally, like even while in base, Gyu was performing better than him. In base. And Tanjiro has his mark. So that means a mark Tanjiro post training is still weaker than a base Gyu. P selfless state. Like fraud? What? If people want to say 13 for Tanjiro is way stronger than Akaza fight Tanjiro, how? Because he rested a bit. Literally, in it like while 13 form, he was poisoned, had one eye. How the fuck is he stronger? He didn't even have selfless state. Well, at least I think. How does it make sense that he's beating Akaza while in a weaker state? What? Like, can we just sit here and think, please? So, Akaza wins. Hold on, and also in the movie, Tanjiro didn't even use self state that long. All he did was just cut off Akaza's arm and cut off his head after dodging some attacks. And like, combination of that, maybe a minute. But people want to act like Tanjiro it just could just have self-esteem on for minutes and minutes and minutes on end. But literally by the end of it, he passed out. After Akaza, punched himself to death, and he decided to stop fighting. They were literally at their limits. But Tanjiro solos Akaza, I guess. Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Akaza wins. This is no discussion. Come on. And literally, in the manga, after Guillaume died, literally, that fucking lady Tamayo simp, he said if Guillaume died, then it would be impossible for Tanjiro to win. But Tanjiro solos Akaza. Okay. And now, we get into the second one. Tanjiro versus Koshibo. Now, I don't even know why this is a debate. Why is this a debate? Literally, if you go on TikTok and look up 13-4 Tanjiro versus Koshibo, people are saying that Tanjiro wins. I guess Koshibo? I guess the same Koshibo that could have soloed 3 Martashra? What? Like, the math isn't mathing. You're basically saying that Tanjiro himself can solo Marichiro, Sanemi, and Gyome with Mart, See-Through World, and Red Blade. What? What? And people want to say that he's faster just because Tanjiro blitzed Akaza. Are we dead ass? Really? You think Sulfur State is gonna make Tanjiro blitz Koshibo? Literally, Gyome with Sulfur State, who you can literally see your opponents move. You can see their muscles. You can predict their movement. I think that's what it does. And he was still getting tagged. Literally, Sanemi blacked out. He blacked out. He was fighting off of instinct. But yeah, you know, Tanjiro could beat him though. Ooh, errors. I forgot what my third topic was, but I think that's why. Hold on. Let me go back to it real quick. Alright, so after looking back at the recording, I basically answered the third one, but I'm just, you know, re-explain it again. So pre-awakened Mark Giyu, you know, Tanjiro was like here and there, slicing, cutting Akaza, but it was really mainly Giyu. Literally, Tanjiro got hit once and he mainly started leaking. Even though he blocked it and it didn't graze him? What? Hey, crazy though, but that's your goat though. That's the guy who's trying to get you. But anywho, right? Let me think. Oh, in the afterglow, right? If Tanjiro got hit by that afterglow, he would have fucking died. And let me tell you why. A Mark Giyu, who we already know is more durable than Tanjiro, using his most defensive technique, still was flabbergasted about how overwhelming that attack was. He got barraged. He was getting tagged. It was over. Literally, Akaza had him on his knees. Well, maybe not on his knees, but finished. What, like literally a light tap and it was over. But then he wanted to get to the backstory and emotional whoop-de-whoop-de-doo. He should have slaughtered them. He should have slaughtered both of them. Slaughtered both. But of course not. It's Demon Slayer. You know, sunshine and rainbows. Not really. But anyway, Tanjiro didn't do shit. Giyu was stronger than Tanjiro. Even, yes, toward the end of the series, that 13 form, half fraudulent. And I don't know why people say 13 form Tanjiro, like, it's like a certain mode. It's just him spamming the forms. He could really do that anytime, but, you know, besides that. That's all, folks. But peace.